These two teams have been standard bearers, championship programs. And when they look at their schedules, there are a lot of big games. But they know to get where they want to be, they're going to have to go right through each other. And the Dogs and the Tide always have a national championship or bust mentality. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Miller with the ball. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Got it in the middle, it's Edwards. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Stockton. Floating away. He's going to go for a big one. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Miller. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught over the middle, it's Bernard. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee, or for Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, no matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because of Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship. Even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. But one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Spins away from the defense. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they can't make the play on third down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. Alabama quickly back to the line. To the air, it's Simpson. Looking for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. It's Bell. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on first and 10 from the 47. The run from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Got it behind the line. It's Branch. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. We'll give them a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make him execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
It'll be a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's how you blow up the draw play. That's supposed to hit in between the tackles. But if you can force the ball carrier to bounce outside, you've got an opportunity to create a negative play. They did exactly that.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And he puts through the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his man. It's Frazier. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. Got him in the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. They put on the heat and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown tie. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Number 3 takes it back for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
To the air on second down. He's going to take off, and he's knocked down.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Finds his tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The pull and throw off the RPO. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. The snap sets up the throw. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. He's looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball in that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Simpson. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do it.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Touchdown, Georgia. They wanted to finish, and defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. On the run, deep down the right side. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give them the lead. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Finds us back in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target to the left. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads it left. Here's an interception. Oh, do they need that turnover?
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in the sudden change situation.
Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Might be calling a hot route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Look out, he's got room. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Snagged in the middle, it's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to pass, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Bernard. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that's a situation here, tie game, 4th quarter, ball somewhere in the middle of the field. You're just trying to put it in your quarterback's hands, trusting your offense to make the plays necessary to go score and win the game. Now, you're not able to do it, so now you need your defense to come out here, bow up with their backs against the wall, and try to save this game for you.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to throw, and he's running out of time. That's reeled in. It's Branch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And they trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.